What's up, guys? It's been a couple weeks since I've posted. We've been moving into our new house. We're kind of unpacking and stuff right now, but I finally have some time to record some videos. We're loving the new house. I'm actually in my new pole barn right now. It's been awesome. We're really loving it. We got a new house, a lot more property, a pond, pretty big pole barn. It even has a paint booth in it, but everything kind of needs a little work, needs cleaned up, but we got a really good deal on it. So it's been great. I'm really happy. I'm really excited for the stuff that it's going to bring to the channel. But anyway, I have a really quick video for you today. When I bought my YXZ, I noticed after a little bit of riding that my coil on my dual rate shocks was rubbing against the adjuster that's inside the shocks. The adjuster was black, and I noticed that I could see like raw metal. The anodization was getting rubbed off, and it looks like if it kept rubbing, it would cause that adjuster to fail. Kind of a bad design, but I figured out a way to fix it. I did some research online, and I fixed it, and it worked really well. So I wanted to share it with you. I've been posting on forums how to fix this, but it's kind of hard to explain. So I wanted to make a video about it so I could just share that. It's a lot easier. But basically, the dual rate shocks have an upper coil and a lower coil and then a slider in the middle. And if you don't get the coils clocked, the coil kind of bends and rubs against the adjuster in the center of it. So the coils have a cutoff point on them at the slider, and those cutoff ends have to be 180 degrees from each other at the slider. So the shocks are straight up and down and have equal spacing on each side of that adjuster. I'll show you the video. We'll get into it. It might be a little easier to understand when I show you that. On my YXZ, I have the dual rate Fox shocks, and I was noticing that this adjuster here is getting all scraped up. And I did some research online, and I found out it was because my springs weren't clocked correctly when they assembled it from the factory. I did catch it pretty early. I mean, it did scrape a lot of paint off, but I got the other side fixed before it did anything, and this thing's got a lot of miles and it hasn't scraped that one up yet. So clocking your springs does work. So what you want to look for, these spring ends from your top spring and your bottom spring, where they come together on this slider, are supposed to be 180 degrees away from each other. And you see these ones are lining up pretty much. So this bottom one should be on the very opposite side, so 180 degrees from that. I'm going to show you how to kind of fix that and turn your springs around so they're facing the right way so you can get rid of this issue. All you need to clock your shocks is a jack, preferably a high lift jack, just a board, and maybe a friend or your big strong wife. Just slide that boy under there. Pull it back a little bit. You just need to jack up the YXZ so all the tension is off of these springs, so it's at full droop. This thing's coming up forever. And they say YXZs don't have much travel. Look at this thing. There we go. You can see all the weight's off the springs. Right now, this upper spring end is about right here, and the lower spring end is about right here, and you want it on the opposite side. So I'm going to twist this bottom spring around until this end right here is 180 degrees from the top. I'm going to do the bottom because the bottom spring is a lot easier to twist than the top spring. It's just got less pressure on it. So I'm going to try to turn that now. Check that out. Let's see. A little more. Let me feel it. A little more. There we go. Now the upper spring end is right here, and the lower spring end is right here. So almost 180 degrees, as close as I could get it, I guess, from the other side. So this should stop your spring from rubbing on your adjuster here. You're still gonna get some scuffs on this slider area here. Dirt and sand gets in this slider and goes up and down and just kind of wears on it. There's not much you can do about that. It's kind of just a bad design, I guess. Maybe some like dust covers would help that, but this definitely helps not wear on this adjuster ring though. All right, I'll drop it down now. Squish it down. Okay, yeah, now you can see there's a lot more room around the spring. It's still fairly close, but it's a lot better than it was. All right, that's it. It's pretty easy. It does help to have a helping set of hands around. It's kind of hard to hold one coil and turn the other coil. Even if you have the weight off the machine, they still kind of like to move together, so it's nice to have another person. But yeah, it helped out a lot. I haven't had any issue with rubbing anymore. And if it helped you, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. I have a lot of tips and tricks and mod videos and also trail riding. And it's not just YXZs or side-by-sides. We have sport quads, snowmobiles, all sorts of things. Pretty much everything off-roading. We like to go off-roading on the weekends, pretty much just recording everything we do, all the mods we make, any repairs. So check out some of our videos and subscribe if you want to. We're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. I'd really like to hit that soon, and I'm really excited about it. I appreciate everyone subscribing, everyone who has subscribed. It means a lot to us. I mean, 1,000 probably doesn't seem like a lot to most people, but we've worked really hard for it, and it's finally getting real close. So that's just awesome. And I wanted to mention, I just picked up a really awesome mod for my YXZ. It's a mod that can be on any side-by-side. It's not a power added mod, it's just for looks, but man, this thing is cool. And I've never seen it on a side-by-side in person, and I've only seen one picture of it online, and it's just amazing. I've been trying to pick these up for months and months, but they've been out of stock, and they were finally in stock, and they just arrived today. I'm so excited. So I'm not sure if it'll be the next video, but one of the upcoming videos, you got to check it out. It's an awesome mod. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.